let's flip the coin. What is a business case, right? You have some, components of a business case. If you were to break what a business case is into its component parts, let's start to do that and pull that out of you and see if we can start to get tactical.
Yeah, so a business case, simply defined, is an internal narrative that packages your message so it is a complete storyline to walk a customer from where they are today, which is where they don't want to be, to where they want to go tomorrow, some type of future payoff. Now, the elements of how to create a good business case and to do this with your champion. So first, there is always some type of headline that compels executive attention because it relates to a priority that they're already sold on. So you're leading with some type of bold, attention-grabbing headline that leads into, but by the way, here's the problem statement. This isn't going great. There's something that's standing in the way. And so you are measuring, layering, and then helping to frame the problem in a way. By the way, this pairs very nicely with some of the discovery practices that you teach. You're not going to be able to do the second section, the problem statement, well, unless you've gone deep in discovery. Then what you're going to do is you're going to create a bridge to say, hey, if we agree that this problem has to be solved now, it's only getting worse, let's build a bridge to walk them up to the solution that you have and that you can offer. What are the points or the series of beliefs that they need to hold in order to say, hey, actually, I do see the link. You guys can help us, and in a way that is unique or differentiated from any alternative path, whether that's a competitive platform, whether that's building something in-house. There are a number of different paths that an executive might choose to take. Now, once they say, hey, okay, I've walked across the bridge, I'm with you all, like, what are we looking at here? This is where you contrast the problem in the current state to outcome scenarios. And scenarios, that word is very intentional because a lot of people, this is where the ROI calculator sneaks in and they're like, hey, here's the, 10x, we're going to 10x this outcome. But the difference is that executives always know that things don't turn out as the plan looks. It can go in a couple different ways. So you build trust by saying, here are scenarios for we don't take action, we take action to this extent, or best case, this is how it goes. You're able to talk to the sensitivity or the drivers behind what's the difference between those different outcomes using the same metrics that you've used to quantify and talk about the problem. Flip those upside down. How does life change? And then finally, here's your last section. What does the customer need to do? What are the dependencies on them that they will have to invest in terms of not just budget, but time, people resources, implementation, changes, hard work, especially any type of complex deal? You will never get an executive to say, like, great, we roll out the software and everything is better. Instead, they're thinking about how much time do I need to pull off of other projects to do this with you, clearly outline that. So it's a little counterintuitive, but the more you say this is going to be hard work for you guys, the more those scenarios that you just laid out becomes believable. So you stack all of those pieces up into what I would argue needs to be no more than one page, because then you are writing in a way that is clear and concise. You've got a true business case.
Yeah, there are so many things to unpack there because even seasoned enterprise sellers, I think, often chalk up a business case to ROI, or best case, they chalk it up to here's the problem, here's the product, here's the ROI. And there are several things that you said that are worth emphasizing, right? One is scenario-based thinking, right? That's how executives think. But it also earns you an incredible amount of credibility, assuming you've forecasted those scenarios well, right? So here at P Club, we just got out of our annual planning for 2024, and we're thinking through, what our revenue targets are going to be. And of course, we have three scenarios. We have base case, most likely case, and best case. That's just how businesses plan. They plan for the worst, they plan for the best, and they plan for what is most likely. And that gives you massive credibility. The other thing that you said, which is so counterintuitive, is being very upfront with here's how much this is going to take to be successful. And are you going to be able to commit those resources, time, attention, people, other resources? And I think a lot of sellers shy away from that, right? Especially inexperienced sellers. They're kind of like, I want to press the easy button. Enterprise executives rather, and the buyers within them, or those accounts, they know that it's not going to be that easy. So you earn an incredible amount of credibility by showcasing exactly what it's going to take.